Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. It was a nightmare for most Nigerians as things didn't go well during the weekend concerning sporting activities that really they were inside. Well, looking at the fact that Falconets, they lost their game. They are out of the tournament taking place in Costa Rica. Well, they lost that game 2-0 against Netherlands. It was a very painful exit for the ladies who actually won. There are 3 matches. The first game, the 3 matches they play right now. Well, they lost out there, and it's so painful after losing out there. Right now, they are out of the competition as we speak right now, talking about the Falconets there after losing 2-0 to Netherlands. It was a painful one. Well, that's the first one we'll be looking at concerning that particular event that took place in Costa Rica. Well, the ladies have been very fantastic. They were gallant in the first game. They did well. Second game, they also won the game, while they won the third one out of the 3 matches they played earlier on before they made the Netherlands in the quarterfinals. Now they lost that game. Very, very painful exit for the ladies that were gallant in that particular match. Well, Falconets, they are out, but they are not really out because we saw the game. We saw what they did. They tried their best, but it was just not good enough for them to qualify. Right now, they are out of the World Cup, and they will be coming back to Nigeria. Well, we continue to support them for what they've done. Like I said, they were really gallant against our game, even though we saw a lot of issues that has to do with officiating and the fact that the front line, the attackers, well, they tried their best, but it wasn't good enough. That's football. Under 20, Falconets crashed out of tournament. Well, from the way it is right now, the ladies, they've tried their best, and they just have to put their head up and see how they can get better in their next edition of event. While we're talking about the Falconets crashing out from the World Cup under 20, it was also a bad night, or rather a bad day for Anthony Olufemi Joshua. He lost his fight against Alexander Usyk. I let myself down. Anthony Joshua, coming from the Briton, who fought hard in the second rematch, the rematch against Alexander Usyk. Well, the first one ended in favor of the Ukrainian, and the second one also ended in favor of the Ukrainian. Although this second one, Joshua came out fighting very hard, trying to see how he can up his game, but it wasn't to be, as he lost out on split decision from the judges, 116-112, that actually favored Usyk in that particular rematch that took place in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. Rage of the Red Sea, as it was titled, a fight that a lot of people were hoping that Joshua would be able to do the way he did against Andy Ruiz Jr., but he lost that particular fight against Usyk there. Well, good one. Right now, Usyk is celebrating. The Ukrainian right now has given a lot of Ukrainian hope concerning that belt that he won. What WBA, WBO, IBF, and also IBO, all the belts are now with him. Looking at what happened after that particular fight, Joshua actually said, well, he let himself down. He allowed his emotions to take over concerning that particular loss. Afterward, after I dropped the bet on the floor, he went out and he came back. He talked and actually apologized for his action. Well, from the way it is, for Anthony Joshua, he needs to get his act together to see what he can do to get his career back. Right now, losing twice. So the Ukrainian called the Usyk there. That's a blow to Anthony Joshua. From the way it is, we are waiting to see what's going to be happening concerning that particular man called Anthony Joshua. He said, well, he's ready to fight anyone. Whoever is ready, he is also ready for this particular fight. In fact, he's saying between now and December, he will be ready to fight again. People are already looking at Kulebi, Deontay Wilder, who is also back on his feet. Kulebi, Dillian White. A lot of fighters are out there. Even Andy Ruiz Jr. might want to come again to see if he can get a trilogy against Anthony Joshua. But right now, Joshua is saying, well, I let myself down, but I'm not totally out. I can still fight, and I will not retire. From the way it is, where we're waiting to see if Eddie Hearn, the promoter of Anthony Joshua, can actually come up with a big fight for Joshua between now and December 2022 to see how the Briton can get his act together. A lot of Nigerians, even worldwide, pundits, boxing pundits, were looking at Joshua. Maybe he will be able to get his career online, but he lost that out after having the same 115-113, 115-113. Then he lost out on split decision, 116-112. That favored the Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. Usyk right now is a happy man for the fact that he has been able to do it twice against Anthony Olufemi Joshua. What a night for Nigerians. And also the third one is another defeat for Kamaru Usman in UFC 278. Kamaru Usman lost that particular fight against Leon Edwards. Edwards said he will humiliate him, and really he did with a blow. Towards the end, while he was really leading, he actually let that particular kickboxing got to him, and he lost that particular fight. And we bounce back. Kamaru Usman says after losing against Leon Edwards, Jamaican did well by edging out the Nigerian Nightmare, as it's called, in that particular fight that took place in Salt Lake City over there in Utah. He couldn't believe his eyes after seeing himself on the floor. It was a tough one for Kamaru Usman, who was really doing well before that particular kick coming from Edwards there. Well, that's sport. At times, you just have to be till the end. You don't give up until you win or you have been declared winner. For Edwards, he said, well, I said I would humiliate him, and I did it. Good one for Edwards, who right now has got his own pound of flesh. They fought in 2015. He lost against Kamaru Usman. And in 2022, he got his groove back, and he was able to win against the man that has really done well when it comes to Ultimate Fight Championship 278. Well, he lost this fight, but he says, I will bounce back, telling his fans worldwide that with vengeance, he will be coming back. Kamaru Usman, Nigeria Nightmare, losing that fight. Really a very painful one. Joshua lost, Kamaru Usman lost, Falconet also lost their game. What a day for a weekend for Nigerian sport. Well, we just continue to hope for more, even though Falconet, like I said, they did well, they were gallant, but they just have to at least continue to believe in themselves for what they did. They really played out their heart against the Netherlands in that particular match there. Now, quickly, let's look at the NNL result. Matches were played in the Nigerian National League Group A1, where for the team from Abuja, City FC, they lost by 1-3 against Mighty Jet of Jos in that particular match. They were hoping that they were able to win. If they have won that game, they could have qualified for the MPFL, Nigerian Professional Football League, but lost to Mighty Jet 1-3. Oya Sport International, FWC champion, by a lone goal, while Zamfara United defeated EFCC by 2-0. Sokoto United 0, El Kanemi Warriors 0. Although news came out that match was declared inconclusive. Other news saying, well, El Kanemi right now, they've qualified by having a point from that particular game. That's making them to have 35 points, and they've qualified from that Group A1. Jubedisa Stars 3. ABS of Ilorin 0. That's how actually it went down in the Group A1 Northern Conference result that took place over the weekend in their final match of the season. Now let's look at the Southern Conference result as it also went down. FC1 Rocket 2, Abia Comets 0. Warri Wolves 2, Crown FC 0, Inewe United 0 against Bayelsa United. Actually, they have qualified for the competition, for the MPFA rather. Sinosho FC 1, Rovers FC 0, Ijebu United 2, Go Round FC 0. Well, that's the result from the Southern Conference of the Nigerian National League. As it is, City FC of Abuja, hoping that they'll be able to qualify for the MPFL, could not after they lost 1-3 to Mighty Jet of Jos. Very painful one. MPFL right now is not coming to Abuja yet. Well, we were hoping, but right now it's not happening. We're looking at the result from both the Northern Conference and also the Southern Conference of the Nigerian National League. Well, right now, quickly, we just have to talk about a lot of matches that were played over the weekend. Well, if you have, actually, we have our guest I'll be talking to us from Lokoja. We have Ahmad Emmanuel. Ahmad Emmanuel, if you are there, let's have you.
A beautiful morning to you.
Good one, Ahmad. Let's talk quickly. That's about 3 things happened during the weekend. The boxing about Olufemi Joshua, not forgetting the Ultimate Fight Championship 278, and also the Falconet 3-in-1 as a wrap. Let's have it.
Well, it's a sad weekend for me as a Nigerian, and I'm very sure every sport-loving Nigerian will also feel the same way. You know, earlier I started with Anthony Joshua up against UC in the match. A lot of people thought Joshua would come out stronger, better to reclaim his belt, you know, back from the Ukrainian. But hey, trust me, Anthony Joshua, for me, allowed his emotions to get over him, to get it better of him, I should say. And of course, maybe psychologically, a lot of things were going through his psyche, and that actually played out to his own disadvantage. And of course, it was a good one for the Ukrainian, if you ask me. A lot of people are now tipping him to go and maybe somehow challenge Tyson Fury, something I know surely a lot of people want to see. But then for AJ, I think why following the game, or should I say the fight, I should say, a lot of people keep AJ, listen to his coaches or the trainers around, at that level, he was having it very for the job and ensure that he take this guy to the clean. Guy talking about Ukraine and Usyk is a very dogged and rugged fighter. On a lighter note, I don't going to receive more training from the military, be politically motivated to come back and to reclaim those belts from. Then
Network
Anthony
seems not to
Joshua
be.
maybe.
Okay, well, Ahmad Emmanuel, seems network is not our friend right now. We continue to talk concerning that particular loss about Anthony Joshua and also not forgetting Kamaru Usman and the Falconet. Okay, Ahmad Emmanuel, you're still there?
I can hear you.
Okay, it was a painful one for especially looking at Kamaru Usman. A lot of people tipped him to be the one that will win that game, bout rather, against Leon Edwards. But Leon Edwards said he will humiliated him, and really he did.
Well, it's one thing to, in terms of combat sport, especially the UFC, achieve it. It's another thing for you not to achieve it. Just one moment can decide. And I still give my respect to Kamaru. And of course, but having said that, I think Usman, any way and manner he actually lost was something, so hard for me to take as a Nigerian, and so much that after, AJ suffered that, lost. Kamaru Usman would give me something to, proud of, but then it did not happen. It's game in game, and there's strongly that Usman will bounce back stronger and better. And trust me, and let's see what's going to happen from there. But having said that, I'm not wish Kamaru Usman the best and hope that he's going to learn from this one and come in the next couple of months, I should say.
Okay, for the Falconets loss was the biggest one because the ladies have been fantastic so far in this tournament at the World Cup. But they lost out against Netherlands 2-0. It was a blow to Nigerians after looking at what the ladies have done so far in this competition.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, another sad night, especially those who kept vigil, praying and hoping that the Falcons will actually do something remarkable, but it did not happen. It's football. Yes, we came out top as far as the group is concerned, of Canada, even South Korea, having 9 points. We can go far and make us something on this show on a lighter note that maybe the exit of leave the trophy, but well, that did not happen. I still give my respect to the Falcons. They gave their all the try. From the midfield, but then finishing the job is a big. Christopher Danjuma will surely work on that if he build more as far as the attacking lineup of is concerned. They have everything from, especially the middle of the quality of the Netherlands. You can't rule it out. They sound and they prove it. So 2 goals and out, and we can only come back and prepare well. Maybe we're going to have it good someday. Concerned in Africa, yes, we proved to be a very hard. The stage is like I was struggling, and I wouldn't know what. At least maybe have it good at the worst stage, but I think learn from our mistakes and come back stronger. But by and large, well, I'm disappointed, but I still say kudos to the Falcons. They gave their all. They tried their best, but their best wasn't enough for them to sail through.
Okay, now the last one has to do with Joshua Anthony against Usyk, a fight that a lot of boxing pundits were looking at. Is it possible for him to get his redemption? And he couldn't. He lost by a split decision from the judges. Mm.
Psychologically, I wouldn't know what was going through his head, but you should have listened to his coaches or trainers, I should say, who after the first 3 rounds, he was having it very good, and from there, he should go for the jab and take this guy to the cleaner. But AJ failed to do that. It was all full of smiles on the ring. This is not an Olympic fight. This is, so he should have done better to, claim the belt back from the Ukrainian. But that did not happen. Back right now and regret not actually knocking Usyk down when he had the opportunity to do that. If you follow the game very well, if I should say, the fight, I should say, from round 8, 9, you see that this Ukrainian is gradually coming back, getting his momentum, and he actually captured all through to the last round, which is the 12th round, and he knew already that it was all for him. You can even see from the clips when the fight was over, like now it was up to the the judges to actually decide who is going to take the bout. And of course, he was already celebrating because he understands that he had actually fought very well. He actually resisted a lot of punches, and he refuses to go down. And on a lighter note, somebody was saying, oh, maybe he had gone to receive politically he was motivated to come back to Joshua, who did not take that into cognizance, and then AJ for me right now, well, somebody is saying maybe it's not too good at this stage. Up against Tyson.
Okay, good one there, Ahmad Emmanuel, who has joined us from Lokoja, Kogi State, talking about Anthony Joshua, and not forgetting Kamaru Usman, also the Falconets, all the outstars over the weekend. Thank you very much, Ahmad Emmanuel. Okay, while we actually have you there, thank you very much. We quickly run through. Although from the way it says, Usyk is waiting. He has actually challenged the man called Tyson Fury. He should come out of his retirement and fight him for the undisputed world champion. Well, a lot of people are waiting. Will the man come out from retirement, Tyson Fury, to fight against Usyk? Another big match or big bout there. World can't wait to see if Usyk will be fighting Tyson Fury. While we are done with that, let's go EPL. As you look at the results of how it went down just over the weekend, matches were played, although it was a big one. 6-goal thriller between Newcastle versus Manchester City at the St. James Park. Tottenham Hotspur pipped over the Wanderers 1-0, Crystal Palace 3, Aston Villa 1. You have Chelsea shockingly lost against Leeds United 3-0. Bournemouth, they lost against Arsenal. Arsenal right now are showing class against every other team they've met right now. 3-3, good one for the Gunners. Southampton 2, Leicester 1, Fulham 3, Brentford 2. We have Nottingham Forest 1, Everton 1. Another one, West Ham United against Brighton. A shocking defeat from Brighton against West Ham. Brighton really, they are giant killers this season. They did against Manchester United. Manchester City, they really tried their best. They show why they are one of the best teams in England, coming from behind to get it 3-3. Bernardo Silva, not forgetting Erling Haaland, who actually did well there. Good one for that particular game. Just have to appreciate the fact that the guys really did well as they came from behind to get against Newcastle. 3-3 as it ended. Now, still looking at the EPL, looking at the way the table is in the English Premier League. Arsenal, they are coasting home. They are really appreciating the fact that they've done well in this competition. Talking about the EPL right now. Now we look at, while looking at that particular result, Newcastle versus Manchester City, a big match. A lot of people never expected that performance from Newcastle United. They led Man City out of their holes. They just have to play their game. Good one for them. Bernardo, you just have to appreciate Erling Haaland. Well, Ike Gundogan, all of them, they came out smoking. At least they were able to get a draw in that game. While we're looking at that, we'll be waiting for the table to come. We'll go straight to the Spanish La Liga. Matches were also played in the La Liga Santander. As we look at the result there, Rayo Vallecano were against Espanyol, Sevilla 1-1 against Real Valladolid, Osasuna 2-0 against Cadiz, Mallorca lost against Real Betis by 1-2. Celta de Vigo 1, Real Madrid 4. They are showing class where they are one of the best in Europe. Atletico Bilbao 1, Valencia 0. Atletico Madrid, they lost against Villarreal. Samuel Chukwueze's team did well there, defeating Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano. Real Sociedad 1, Barcelona 4. Good one for the life of Ansu Fati. They were wonderful for Lewandowski. On his birthday, he was able to score also in that particular game. While we're talking about that, quickly we look at the Italian Serie A. Matches were also played and the result. Quickly, let's look at Italian Serie A result now. Torino, most matches actually ending 0-0 there. Torino, Lazio, Udinese, Salernitana, Inter Milan, Spezia, 3-0 for Inter Milan. Lautaro Martinez, he was able to be on the scorer's sheet there. Good one for Lautaro. Sassuolo, Lecce, Empoli. It ended one in favor of Sassuolo. Empoli against Fiorentina ended 0-0. Napoli versus Monza 4-0. Good one for Victor Osimhen, who did well be among the scorers there. Atalanta 1, AC Milan 1. Bologna 1, Hellas Verona 1 also. Well, quickly, we go straight to German Bundesliga, where Bayern Munich, they were on rampage 7 against Bochum 1848. Sadio Mane, the man of the moment, celebrating with that squad. Eintracht Frankfurt 1-1 against FC Cologne. Union Berlin 2, RB Leipzig 1. You have Freiburg defeating Stuttgart by a lone goal, and you have Mainz 05 against Augsburg. Borussia Dortmund against Werder Bremen ended 3-2 in favor of visiting Werder Bremen, and you have 89-99 Hoffenheim defeating Bayer Leverkusen 3-0. Borussia Mönchengladbach, they peeved Hertha Berlin by a lone goal. French League 1 is also there, but the good one for the PSG, the league leaders right now, they were able to win that particular encounter. Also, they went on rampage. Mbappe scoring a hat-trick. You have to give it up to Mbappe, Neymar, Messi. Neymar a brace, and also Messi adding one. Good one there. They did well, showing their class in that particular encounter for PSG versus. You look at the French League 1, a lot of people call it Farmers League, but really, it's not a Farmers League. A lot of talent abide in that particular league, where the likes of Messi, Sergio Ramos, not forgetting Mbappe, are showing their class when it comes to football. We've been looking at all the results that actually went down in the EPL, La Liga, Italia Serie A, Bundesliga, and also French League 1 over the weekend. While we're talking about that, if you can't have the table, we're looking at the fact that Arsenal right now are still topping. They've won 3 matches after 3 right now. Well, from the way it is, a good one for Arsenal, and also for the fact that really they've been showing class against all odds. While a lot of people never believe in them, they've been fantastic this season. Like of Saka, they've been fantastic, and you have to give it up to Dembele over there in Barcelona squad too. It was fantastic. Ansu Fati, Lewandowski, all of them. Sadio Mane, outstanding for his team also. Since he moved away from Liverpool to join Bayern Munich, he has been on a high level. Well, good one for him right now. He's not missing Liverpool too much because he's really has been putting his name on the best scorer sheet there. Good one, at least right now. About 3 goals for him. I just have to congratulate the Senegalese star, who has really done well for himself. Well, even though it was not a good weekend for a lot of Nigerians due to the fact that Falconet lost their game. Joshua lost his bout. Kamaru Usman lost his fight in UFC 278 while he was actually defending his belt. Well, painful one. Well, a lot of Nigerians also smiled because their clubs did well. But for Chelsea fans, a shocking defeat there. 3-0 from Leeds United. It wasn't expected, but that's football. They just have to come back another day to see how they can get their own pound of flesh against Leeds United. That will be it on 360 Sport. A special thanks to Amadu Manu, who actually joined us from Kogi State, and I am Adeniyi Ajisafe. Sport is fitness and business. Thanks for watching.